Okay, so in the video that follows, you get a rare treat. You get to see me get stung. um, Actually, the reason that I actually wanted to shoot this little bit is because afterwards, after we finished shooting and kind of wrapping everything up, one of the things that my son Nate asked me was he asked me if it hurt. Well, yeah, of course it hurts. I mean, that's the whole point of them having a stinger and being able to sting is to be able to hurt things to make them leave them alone. But at the same time, I mean, different people are affected by the venom in different ways. Some people feel it more as a sting. Some people feel it more as like a burning sensation. It's I guess kind of a cross between the two. It's a little bit of a sting or pinch. Imagine like getting a shot at the doctor's office or something, and then just like a little bit of a burning sensation. It lasted for, I don't know, maybe 3-4 minutes or something like that, and then it went away. When you throw in a combination of everything, the fact that it was getting late in the day and that they were a little testy because of the weather, and I think there is actually some bad weather starting to roll in, and then combine that with me talking a lot, which they just don't like very much. I don't know if you like that very much either, do you?
No.
But anyway.
You ready, bees?
Alright, so what are we doing? Do you know?
I don't know what we're doing today.
Alright, so today we're going to open the hive. We're going to be pretty quick because it's kind of late in the day. I got off work kind of late and there's a bit of a wind, so I don't want to be in there too long. I don't want to disturb them too long, but I need to check on them. I want to just check on how they're doing and how they're making out. So we're going to see, first of all, how many frames they've got drawn out, so we know if we need to get prepared to add another box on. And then we also need to see, I'm sure they're out of sugar syrup, so we need to see if we need to put more in the feeder. I don't have any made up, but if they need some, I'm going to go ahead and make some and try to get it in there either tomorrow or the day after. And then more importantly, and most importantly, we need to see if we've got capped brood, because the last time we did a hive inspection, we had larvae, and after the larvae, if any of you guys watched the last video, you know that once the larva is in there 5 days after the egg hatches into a larva, it gets capped. So those larvae that were in there should definitely be capped by now. We should have actually quite a few of the larvae that are capped. So we want to check for that. We want to make sure that they're nice and that it's in a nice solid pattern and that things are looking good. All right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's do it. Nope. All right, so that noise that we just heard, they've got it, the top of the cover, the screen cover was basically kind of glued down. They've got it glued down some, and when I went to pull it again, because it's a little bit cooler, it's been out of the sun for a while, it kind of snapped, and Nate noticed that the bees kind of like started buzzing a lot. They don't like that, so we just gave them a second just to kind of calm back down, and now we'll go ahead and keep on going. Let's see what we got. First of all, we're just gonna short nice. I don't know if you can see those guys in there or not, but the ones that are all kind of lined up with their heads poking up and looking and checking things out, those are the guard bees. So those are the ones, there you go. So those are the ones that are just kind of checking things out and seeing what's going on, and they're the guys that would kind of sound the alert if they didn't like what we were doing. So now we're going to move real slow So this frame has not been touched. And this frame has not been touched. So now that we've got enough room to work, we'll just slide the rest of them. Alright, so we're going to slide this guy over. That's not been touched. Now this one is glued in place, so that means they're going to start on him soon. 3, 4.
They don't like that.
No, they don't like that. So they are starting to draw out comb here. So that's good. You see that? Can you get that on camera? And I see a couple of cells there have a little bit of pollen in them. And a few up here, you see that? They're storing nectar in those.
Yep.
Can you see the nectar really good? So that means that right now we've got 4 free frames and they're starting to draw their 5th frame. Slowly pulling it so it doesn't jar them too much. Because again, they're not in the best of moods right this moment.
Because they don't have any.
But they're not too bad.
Well, look on this side.
Yeah, so this side.
This one has some honey.
Now look here. Do you see the queen there?
Oh, I see her.
That's why we painted her, because she's nice and easy to spot. Now, so there's our queen. She's over here, and I see lots of eggs in these cells, so she's definitely laying eggs.
No wonder they're burning honey.
Yeah. Now that is capped brood. So that is what we were actually looking for. We wanted to see lots of that. Now up here at the top, see how these are, see up here where this comb is white?
Yeah.
Okay, now that's the honey. And everywhere that it's capped, that means that that honey is good to go. That means that that honey is capped, and until they need it, they'll leave it capped. Now down there where it's kind of yellowish colored, that's the larva. And so you can see there's a couple of cells that are open that still have larvae there.
Yeah.
But for the most part,
one's got his butt digging in there.
For the most part, if you look here,
I feel it.
it's pretty solid all the way, even back into here, and all the way up through there. So we've got pretty solid brood on that frame. That is a good frame.
I wanted to feel it.
You want to feel it?
Yeah.
Okay. Just don't smash the bees. Just kind of gently, if you touch them.
Oh, it feels weird.
The bees themselves will kind of move out of the way on their own if you
That
just don't
feels
smash them.
They got any
Now we got
sugar water?
Now, I don't know if you could hear that on camera, but you could see. So we're going to back away because that got them a little testy, but that's all right. We're just going to back
One
up for a
hates
second
me.
and let them calm back down, and they will.
See, this is how you do it without sugar water. You be a man.
So again, that was just the glue, and because it's it's been out of the sun, so it's not so easy, so it's a little more brittle. And I could use my hive tool and probably make that a little bit easier, and I probably will for the next one. But now that they've calmed down a little bit, we'll gently pull. There we go.
Oh, here we go.
All right.
Oh.
Now look over here. Now we have got tons and tons and tons of capped brood there.
Yeah,
See
I
all
see a
that?
larva.
Yep, there's larvae in there, and there's some pollen
I
scattered
see
throughout.
some more larvae.
Yeah, but for the most part, we've got a lot of brood down there. And then up in the very corners, again, see the white
honey.
up in the corners?
Yep.
That's the honey. And then on this side,
They're starting to make it under.
yeah, that's a little piece of burr comb. That's not a queen cup, because it's not actually, but we're going to scrape that off of there. So again, we've got a lot of
What's a queen's
capped
cup?
brood and a lot of honey.
What's a queen's cup?
Now this guy is checking me out. He doesn't like me. What I was talking about a queen cup is if they don't like the queen, they'll make a little queen cup and put a queen cell in there.
He's from you?
Yep, he got me.
Why?
Because he doesn't like me talking.
Are you okay? He's been staying on.
What we're gonna do, they're getting a little testy, so we're gonna go ahead and put them back because again, it's late in the day, but we've already seen everything that we really wanted to see. Don't
Stupid
move too
fly.
fast. We've seen everything we wanted to see. We wanted to make sure that they had capped brood, that everything looks good. We know that everything's good, so we're gonna go ahead and put them back.
That stupid fly. Wait, did the one that stung you on the beard, did he die? Because honeybees die when they sting
He
you.
will die, yes. Because basically, once they sting, their stinger comes out, and it kind of leaves like a hole in their abdomen, so they don't really live much after that. And like I said, that was really kind of fully expected because it's late in the day, it's cool, it's windy. We knew they were going to be kind of testy. That's why you had your veil on. You know, we kind of expected that might happen, and that's okay. What?
Give me in my veil so they know I'm in my veil.
All right, so we kind of expected that. We knew that they were going to be kind of testy. Like I said, it's late in the day. I didn't bring sugar water. I didn't smoke them, anything like that, like I said. The main thing is, you know, once we saw that they were getting a little worked up, they were getting testy, we made sure that, you know, we got out of there. We had already seen everything we needed to see. We didn't need to check the last 2 frames. We saw the queen. She was laying. Everything was great there. We had plenty of capped brood. That's the main thing we were looking for. We definitely had lots of capped honey in there. That's good too. Not that we were necessarily looking for it, but it's good to know that we got it. And that's really it. The feeder was empty. I did look at that. And so we'll have to fill that up probably in the next day or 2. We good?
Yeah. And now we're peeking out.